Today, I am making a healthier version, a low-carb version of my favorite food, which is Chipotle. So on January 1st, 2025, my family transitioned from a regular diet to a low-carb diet. And since then, I've lost 30 pounds. The most common questions I've been getting is, what exactly am I eating in the low-carb diet? I'm making a Chipotle bowl without the sauces, the cheese. This recipe is perfect for anyone who's transitioning from a regular diet to a low-carb diet. So let's get right into it. Okay, before we get to the prepping, let's talk about the ingredients that I'll be using. As you can see here, I have my main ingredients. Notice that I have cauliflower. That's because I use cauliflower rice instead of real rice. Another thing that's missing from this group right here is the lettuce. Also the beans, those are cooking in the instant pot. Yes, I make my beans in the instant pot. It's faster and much easier. Another thing missing are the seasonings that I'll be using. I'll be showing you guys those as we go. Just a little disclaimer, your girl is not a chef. I'm just someone who enjoys cooking and who cares about what she eats. With that being said, I love cooking. The whole process of just prepping, especially cutting ingredients and getting it ready to cook, like the whole process is very therapeutic to me. Speaking of prepping, I just feel like I need to give you guys a warning or a heads up that I will not be measuring anything. I won't measure any of the seasoning that I use or the ingredients that I'm using because I don't measure when I cook. I'm African. Come on now, you don't expect me to measure anything, do you? Anyway, I feel like measuring and thinking too much into the measurement thing, it just takes the fun out of cooking. The little tip that I use when I'm following a recipe online or on YouTube that I think you should use too is basically to look at the main ingredients and then I try to make the recipe my own. I don't think I ever make a recipe exactly how the chefs and the cook make it. I literally freestyle everything I make and I want you to do the same. This is the key to sustainable lifestyle change. I feel like we get lost in the details and the measurements and the calorie counting and this and that. Don't get lost in the details. Make this lifestyle very simple for yourself and copy the main ingredients and use whatever seasoning you want, honey. Whatever I'm using here, just whatever you have in the pantry, use it. Don't go buying new seasoning because you want to use what Jeanette is using in her recipe. No, I don't want you to do that because I don't do that myself. Okay? Also, you don't have to use chicken for this recipe. You can use fish if you like fish, tofu if you're not a meat eater. You can use goat meat, lamb. You can use whatever you like, honey. You don't have to make this meal exactly the same way that I'm making it. The point is we're eating low carb and that's what we need to focus on. All right? And some of you have allergies. You might not be able to eat the stuff that I'm using here, but you can use whatever you have in your pantry. The point that I'm trying to drive home is that we are going to make this lifestyle change as easy as possible. We should not be stressing about what to eat or what to cook or how to cook. The reason why so many people fail at quote-unquote dieting and making lifestyle changes, and the reason why I failed in the past was because we get so caught up in the details that we don't see the big picture. In regards to this meal and every other meal that I'll be making on this channel, our big picture is low carb. So you saw how I prepped the chicken. It's currently sitting in the fridge marinating. In the meantime, I'm prepping the cauliflower. It was bruised a little bit from sitting in the fridge for a couple of days, so I'm just removing the bruised part. If you decide to remake this recipe, please keep in mind that you do not have to use fresh cauliflower. I prefer fresh cauliflower because I prefer fresh vegetables. I just feel like they taste better, but I'm pretty sure if you use frozen cauliflower, the taste will be almost the same. I've never tried it, but it shouldn't be much different. The point is that we want to make a low carb meal. There's no reason why you should be stressing about what kind of cauliflower to use. Use whatever you have access to, okay? So I'm very excited about the prepping of this cauliflower because I'll be using a grinder. So I cut these in little pieces, and I'll show you what the grinder looks like. Before getting a grinder, I used to cut cauliflower by hand, like cut it in little pieces. That was painful. That process used to take me like 20 minutes. The grinder has made life so much easier, and it is probably my favorite kitchen gadget right now. My husband bought it last month. When I told you that my husband went all in on this lifestyle change, like he went as far as buying new kitchenware for me just to make things easier. I haven't really learned how to use this grinder very well. This is the Breville. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm saying it in French. Breville. I've been using it every day, but I should have said my husband has been using it every day because he helps me with it, because I haven't learned how to use it properly. As you can see here, I'm struggling with it. But once I figure out how to set it up properly, it works like magic. Back to the grinder. To be honest with you guys, it is kind of on the expensive side, but I think the price per use is going to be worth it, because I plan on using this thing until my daughter is like 18. She's 2 now, so we're talking about 16 years. So yeah, I'll be using it. So far, I've been using it almost every day. It's worth it. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but if you want more information about this grinder, let me know in the comments, and I will put it in the description box. This cauliflower looks great. It's perfectly grated and ready to use. I love this grinder so much. Okay, the onion is the last thing that I had to prep. Now, let's get to the cooking. So we are going to start with making cauliflower rice. So I didn't mention this earlier, but for this recipe, we're making cilantro lime cauliflower rice. Cilantro lime rice, except we're using cauliflower rice. And the only important thing that I want to say about this process is please make sure that you do not overcook this cauliflower rice. I just feel like it tastes different when it's all soft. And it tastes better, a little crunchy. And for me, this is what makes it taste like real rice. It's a little, if you leave it just a little hard, it brings that taste that is similar to real rice. So you see me constantly just turning it. That's because I don't want it to get too soft, to overcook. So I check on it constantly. If you like your cauliflower rice all soft, that is up to you, honey. You make it how you want it. So the chicken has been marinating in the fridge for about an hour. I'm going to bring it out so we can start making it. When making the chicken, the only important thing that I have to say about this part is please make sure the chicken is well done. You do not want to eat undercooked chicken. With that being said, I don't know what the temperature of the oil is or how long do you need to cook this chicken for. Please just use common sense because that's what I'm doing. So the most important thing for me is that the chicken is well done but is juicy. With that being said, I constantly check my chicken, turn it, do whatever I need to do to make sure that it cooks through without overcooking. Just a quick tip, when a side of chicken develops that gold brown color, that's a good indication that that side is probably done cooking or almost done. You can always flip it over again if you notice that it's not cooked thoroughly. So this right here is exactly what I was talking about. Notice how the chicken is coated very nicely with the brown color, and at the bottom of the bowl there is juice. Now next we're going to make our vegetables, and we're using the same pan. I know it looks burnt, but all that is just flavor. I don't want to waste that, so I'm using that to flavor the vegetables. Last but not least, pico de gallo, very easy to make. I have my white onion, tomato, cilantro, green bell pepper, and lime. I put all the vegetables in a bowl. I added a little piece of red chili pepper just for a little kick, and then squeeze a piece of lime just for the juice, a little bit, not too much. Add a little pinch of salt, mix it up, and it's all done. Very simple. Et voila, the meal is ready to serve. So here's the cauliflower rice. Doesn't it look like rice? And this is the cilantro lime cauliflower rice. Next is the beans. These are the beans that I had been cooking in the instant pot. I use yellow beans. I like how they taste. They're also not very hard to cook, so I like them. For all of you who were asking if we eat beans and other legumes, we don't consume that much starchy legumes, but beans are great. They are fiber loaded, so I like them. I don't eat them every day, maybe once every 2 weeks, maybe once a month since we started, but they're a very good source of fiber and clean carbs. You cannot have Hispanic-inspired meals without avocado. That's like a cardinal sin. We can't do that. Avocado is like the icing on the cake. For me, anyway. I love avocados. So, here's the avocado, completes the dish. Oh, I forgot to use the grilled vegetables for the first plate. So here they are. I'm adding them to the second plate. Okay, not to brag on myself or anything, but this meal turned out to be an amazing meal. This is probably one of my best dishes. And also, it was so delicious. So I definitely recommend this meal to anyone who's looking for a low-carb recipe. This meal is quick and easy. It can probably be made in about 45 minutes. I know it didn't look like it in the video. That's because I was recording. But I've made this meal again. It took me about 45 minutes to an hour. So not long at all for something so delicious. I will be making this meal again, and next time I'll be using maybe beef, lamb, goat meat, and definitely fish, salmon specifically. So, what do you think about this recipe? Will you be trying it? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, please like it. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and share this video with anyone who you think might need it. I'll see you in the next video. Ciao!